This is the city of Absalom, the city at the center of the world. Absalom is celebrating the Radiant Festival, a 3-month festival of epic proportions held once every 100 years. The celebration attracts all types: tourists, performers, merchants, inventors, as well as unsavory types, petty thieves, gangs, cults, and criminal enterprises. That's where we come in. We protect and serve. We are the agents of Edgewatch.
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat 3-Ring Adventure. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's episode, it's time to go shopping. So everyone in their home games has an episode like this, in where you actually just have to sit down, relax, look at your gold, look at your characters, and shop. And as I always say to my PCs, there's just never a good time for this. Some PCs love to do this. Most PCs strangely hate to do this, and they find it a big waste of time. But what I do find that's very important and makes this a little easier is that when you play with your PCs is that you tell them ahead of time, before that night session, like at least a day or a week ahead of time, and say, look, when do you guys want to sit down and just actually buy stuff? Because it's a weird thing. It's like the whole reason you're playing is to get treasure and gold so you can like upgrade your characters and then buy things. But then very rarely do people want to sit down and actually do it. And obviously a lot of people will sometimes do this over email. But I find that whenever you say that, you're like, okay, let's do it over email. And then one person will buy things, and then someone else needed to buy something. And then there's just like messes up the coordination between the party. So it's usually still the oldest and the best way to do this is everyone to sit down, just talk out what you want to buy as a party, and figure out what to do with all the loot. Now, of course, a lot of people don't like to do this because they feel like it's a waste of time or it's a waste of an entire night, is that you're just sitting there literally talking, looking at books. And some people, like spellcasters, don't need to buy a lot. They feel like, okay, I can buy everything I need in like 5 minutes, and then this is just a big waste of time because then the next like 2 hours, everyone else is looking for stuff. And again, you know your players, you just have to be aware of like how it is best to have time and schedule these type of sessions. And I've done this in the past where I've had these, shopping episodes, but this time the whole thing is shopping. So if you feel like, you don't want to actually hear what they go through, and to be honest, I actually think this is one of the funniest episodes we've had in a long time, because you actually hear them like kind of ripping on each other and just talking about real life. I kept that in there. I kind of mixed in like them just talking about like things that are happening in their lives as well as the game, because this way it sounds kind of like a home session. And sometimes I've done this in the past where I only put in like 20 minutes of this, but today I decided we spent an entire session doing this, and I think we spent like over 2 hours doing this, but I cut it down so it's kind of half the length. But at the same time, as the GM, it's interesting. Like, I sit here and I try not to tell them exactly what to buy, because obviously I know what's coming up, so I can probably, very much help them. I also just want to be part of the gang and kind of help them out and figure out, like things that they might use or they overlooked, or, there's a lot of information in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and there's a ton of items, and they're in Absalom, so you can pretty much get anything you want, more or less. It's not like, sometimes they're in the middle of nowhere and they're very limited on what items they can get, but since they are literally in the largest city in the world, whatever they want, they can pretty much find. And I'm kind of letting them get from any book they can find. So if they find it in any book, as long as the item isn't rare, it's pretty much open season for these guys. So they can find some really cool, strange stuff. But for those of you at home, I'm very curious how you handle these sort of sessions. If you actually sit down, take out the time, and just spend, like an hour or two going through with your characters what they're going to buy, how they're going to buy it, who's equipping what, and so forth. I know some people hate this, but at the same time, if you never do it, then you never upgrade your characters. And if you remember a couple of episodes ago, these guys basically never upgraded their characters and just were using the wrong gear for the characters, because the game does assume, that's one thing about Pathfinder 2nd Edition, the game does assume that you're going to have +2 weapons when you're supposed to have +2 weapons, and +1 armor and +2 armor when you're supposed to have it. I know this for a fact the game assumes you're going to have the right gear for your level. And if you do not have the right gear, and that includes armor classes and save bonuses, by the way, if you don't have the right gear, then you will be under-geared and you'll be really handicapping yourself. So it is very important that you actually spend the time and get the gear that you're recommended to have. Otherwise, you're really going to have a hard time playing this game. Because remember, and this was a while ago, once they upgraded their gear, suddenly the game was way easier. And that's sort of the good thing and the bad thing about the tight math of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. That's what we mean by tight math. The math is so tight that if you aren't, quote, playing by the book, and you aren't getting the right upgrades at the right time, then you're going to be behind the curve. And, you can't just sort of fudge not having that +2 weapon when you're supposed to have that +2 weapon. It really, really makes a big difference in the end. Anyhow, sit back, relax, enjoy the episode. This is actually a very interesting episode. Not only is it very funny, but they're at a very interesting point where they have a lot of money, but they have to be very careful how they spend it because there's a lot of powerful things out there, and they have to decide, do they want to get lots of little, small, powerful things and kind of spread the wealth, or they want to spend it on one big, massive item? And you get to listen to the thought process behind each decision. So, enjoy. Last we left off, you managed to find and extract one Jonas Flockfodder. And as soon as you did, you were informed that there are so many people after this guy, so many people who want a piece of him, so many people that want him dead, that he's being brought to Precinct 13. Hunting Lodge 7, where he will be under your custody and protection for 72 hours. Not only that, there's a storm brewing. Seriously, there's like a giant rainstorm coming in. The clouds are all dark. You can see the rain and lightning. The wind is picking up. But before we worry about all that, and you go to the haunted Hunting Lodge 7, because, of course it is, you leveled up. You're level 13. Now, there's a few things we need to do at level 13. First of all, I can't believe this has happened. I actually was a little proud when I was entering the characters. Some of you, and I won't say who, some of you are actually up to legendary. Legendary status. I couldn't believe it. I almost was a little sad. I was both proud and sad because there's nothing past that, man. That's it. You're done. Your journey is over. You have gotten the +8 to that ability. There is no more that you can do. And I was stunned that some of you have legendary items. The other thing is almost every single one of you, I think at level 13, got a master in your attacks. So that basically is a +3 because +1 for the level plus another +2. So all your attacks went way, 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 way up. So this should be a massive increase. Every so often you have those big bumps. This is going to be a big bump. I think level 12 to level 13 is going to be a gigantic bump because all of you went all the way up there. And some of you have over 200 hit points. 200 hit points. I don't know how Gomez managed to get 200 hit points, but he did it.
What?
What? Not me. Not me. That's for sure.
Oh my
God! Wait, Lomag. Sorry, Lomag. I get confused.
Right. I actually have more than 200.
Just say, did Gomez have to dabble with the necromantic arts?
Well, that balances out because he has the best armor class, so that makes perfect sense.
Well, you're both green, so I'm looking at the icons. I was like, Gomez, Lomag, they're all the same.
Yep.
God, Gomez, you might actually have. You almost have half the hit points of Lomag.
Exactly.
That is, I guess that's accurate. You are a tiny little goblin, and Lomang is a monstrosity.
Yeah, I am a monstrosity. I'm like a brick wall at this point.
You're a brick wall. So the first thing we need to do, though, is money.
Who's a legendary? I'm not legendary in anything. So
yeah, I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't know what you're talking about there, but that's not me.
John is legendary in a few things.
John is? Dougie?
Yes.
That's crazy talk.
Yes,
I'm
he
going to my
is.
skills. I'm going to my skills.
He is.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Not in Hero Lab.
Look at your reflex save. There's a little L next to that reflex save.
What?
Legendary.
Yeah. Oh man, I actually have legendary perception.
I know you.
I didn't even notice that.
I don't have that.
Where's that
Well,
at?
that makes actually kind of makes
And
sense
guess
for an
what?
investigator. But
Dougie has legendary perception as well. Dougie
Oh my
has
gosh.
2 legendary items. I
I
didn't
see
even know.
the fabric of the universe. now.
What's your perception plus?
I'm not going to say. He has to tell you.
So probably a big number.
I am looking.
My perception says it's plus 22 now.
Yes.
I'm plus 24.
Problem is, perception is based off wisdom, which is not one of my best stats.
Right.
So you would think it would be higher, but it's not.
Yeah. Now let's see.
let's
Dougie has legendary reflex saves. Legendary. He has legendary perception. Let's look at Lomang.
I don't have.
Lomang
I'm much an expert in perception. I'm not even a master.
You have a lot of masters. You're the master of everything and legend of none.
Exactly.
Gomez also has no legendaries that I can tell.
Yep.
But you know what? Gomez can cast 7th level spells. He literally has the fabric of the universe in his hands. So, in the PowerPoint struggle here, Lomang has the best armor class and the most hit points, but you probably are the weakest one because you don't have cool spells. You don't have any legendary.
I have some cool spells.
I think you came in 4th place in this contest.
I have a very specific role. I'm a hammer, and everything is a nail.
Okay, you do that. Oh, by the way, in the game yesterday, Rob was hasted, and I said to him, the record is 5 attacks and hits, which I believe you did once, Lomang. Because if you're hasted and do all the flurry
You get the extra
blows,
attack, yeah.
right, you can actually get 5 attacks in. And yesterday he did it, and he got 4 attacks in and hit on all 4. And then we just rolled one just for fun, just to see, and he would have hit with that one too. He would have had 5 attacks and 5 hits. But you still have the record. You still have the
Excellent.
record of the 5 attacks and 5 hits in one round.
I intend to break that record too now.
I don't know how you can get 6 attacks in, but if you can.
Well, I can get 5 attacks and do more damage.
Well, that's true, but if you're really cool, which can be done, if you can get 2 attacks of opportunity, you could have gotten 5 attacks in, and then 2 attacks of opportunity, doing 7 attacks in one round.
Yeah.
Which is possible.
And I haste him.
Possible. What? Well, that is hasted. If you're hasted,
That
you
is
get 5
hasted.
attacks. Yeah.
We forgot about haste, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh,
Got it
haste is
back.
good. They did it yesterday. And then if you do 6th level haste or 7th level haste, everyone's hasted. Up to 6 PCs can be hasted at once. So you just haste the whole party, which is insane. Okay, so I posted your monies in there. And you can see there's +2 striking dagger, there's a +1 leather armors, there's mauls, there's rapiers, there's chain shirts, there's alchemist goggles, eye of fortune, resins, death knell powder, salves, antidotes, shield, staves, and gems. I will just give you the gems because I presume you're not going to do anything else with those. Otherwise, do what you do, which is figure out what you're going to keep and what you're going to sell.
Oh, good
I
lord.
shall create a crown with the gems and wear it.
All right.
All right, well, first things first, I need to rebuy all my scrolls. So
That's
let's
right.
just do that now.
Well, let's see. You have... Hold on, I'll give you your totals.
Yep. So 2
Does
was it
anyone
2 5th
remember
level
what
cells,
Eye
2
of
6th level
Fortune
cells.
does?
Well, there's... just so you can look it up.
Oh, there's a link. Oh, perfect.
Well, unfortunately, the link doesn't work because this is a screenshot.
Oh.
But if you give me
I
a
should have
sec-
known that, actually. I can just type search for Eye of Fortune, I guess.
Gomez has 807 gold pieces. That's before you sell things. Doug, you have 1,350 gold. Basil, you have 1,004. Lomang, you have 1,133. Gomez, 807.
If you attack someone that's concealed or hidden, you can roll the attack the hidden flat check twice and take the better result.
And you can do it forever.
And it's an at-will thing, yeah.
What is that item called?
Eye
Eye of
of
Fortune.
Eye of Fortune. Or
You
it's
have to
also
wear-
for
you have to wear it over-
27. That is, that's pretty good.
Or or it's 2,700 gold pieces.
Actually,
so,
no, it's 1,350 gold pieces.
Right,
actually.
right.
So
Wait, you wear it? How do you wear it?
Yeah, you wear it on your eye. It's literally
like
an
monocle?
eyepiece. It's a monocle.
But you can magically see through it, so it's not like you're half blind the rest of the time or anything.
It's magically delicious.
It's that or 300 and about 30 gold pieces each.
Yeah, there's a couple of interesting things there. Now, one thing that's probably worth selling, the +2 striking dagger, which is worth 1,000 gold pieces. I mean, you don't need a +2 striking dagger, right? No one needs that.
No one needs that. I mean, Ducky is going to take his money and he's going to buy a greatsword for one hand.
Right.
I think, is what to do, and the
Yes.
trident for the other.
That's a good idea.
He's
Get
got the
outta
cool
here.
look. That's awesome.
That is a cool look. You know what, Dougie? Why don't you just go around and carry around the ballista? I think you should just walk around with a two-handed ballista.
Hey, well,
and-
you know what?
Better than a crossbow, right?
I don't have a crossbow. That's no matter how lame
Because
my
we found
weapons
out
are.
that Dougie now has master of simple weapons and rogue weapons, and the problem is that your main weapon, which is a +2 rapier, which will really do great because now you have a +6 to hit, and the +2 Mongosh will give you a +2 to hit. So if you want to keep the Mongosh, go right ahead. But I think the +6 is a little better than the +2. The other thing is that you had doubling rings, and doubling rings, I can't take it anymore because if you read anything in any of the chats, every single person was writing, "Doesn't Dougie remember he has doubling rings? Doesn't Dougie remember you have doubling rings?"
I do not have those on my character. Hold on, let me see.
You guys found them.
Do I have it on my character, Steve?
No,
Oh, yes,
because
I do. Yes, I do.
You do have it, and you probably forgot. It gives you a +2 to both of your weapons automatically.
What do you mean? How does that work?
That should already be.
It takes the runes from one weapon and copies them to the other weapon.
Oh, okay.
Which
Gotcha.
it didn't matter when he had a
Yeah.
pair of +1s.
They're like
But then
50
when he
gold
got
pieces
his
for him.
first +2, it would have been getting an extra +2 for free.
Well, I've got 2 +2s right now.
Right. I wonder if one of them's from the doubling rings. But anyhow, you might have been using it. But the point is,
you might want to think about a new weapon, like a short
Yeah.
sword.
I think you're right. I mean, let's see.
Like, I don't know what the advantage of a dagger is, other than you can throw it, because short sword does more damage.
Yeah, it does, and it does the exact same things. I'm sure there's some fucking arcane rule.
Well, you can throw a dagger. I know that.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Wrong one.
You already know I don't care about that.
Yeah, I know. Dagger might have one other property, like it's concealable or something, right? It's like it gets a plus to hide it with sleight of hand or something like that.
Yeah, I can hold a rapier and a short sword at the same time.
well, short swords are they're agile, they're finesse, and versatile. They are literally as good as it gets.
Yep.
And daggers are versatile, thrown, agile, and finesse. So that's the difference.
Yeah, I'm gonna just transfer my striking. Well, fuck, I don't need to transfer. I'll just sell it. I'm gonna spend two silver pieces on a short sword, and my doubling ring will transfer those things.
Oh, wait a minute. I can give you some advice. You see my fists? See my hands? They count as. I'm so powerful now that they count as cold iron.
You had that a long time ago.
I know, but if you buy a 2-piece short sword, it's not cold iron. You want to buy cold iron.
Oh, that's right. That's actually that's.
You actually do want cold iron.
Yeah,
I'm actually defending Chris on this one. You actually do.
You want at least that, right? Like cold iron and maybe silver.
Yeah. What else is there?
Well, it's gonna be magic already.
Well, it's already magic. Cold iron is any Fey. You basically will do like 10 to 15 extra points of damage per hit. Silver is kind of There's not a lot of things that are affected by silver.
Lycanthropes.
Yeah, I mean,
is that a special materials? Is that what that's?
it's just materials. Yeah, like I can look it up for you.
Okay, there's cold iron.
Cold iron.
Yeah,
and
my
so-
text
right.
count is cold iron and
What
silver.
about silver? What's
So
silver?
if you get
do?
cold iron weapon, Basically, it looks like it cost a whopping, is it literally just 10 gold pieces more?
Probably.
I think so. It's like either 10 or 20 gold pieces. I don't know. Something like that. It's cheap. It's really cheap.
Yeah. What's is that low grade or high grade or standard? Or does it matter?
Well, the only difference, well, let's see. Low grade is 20, standard's 250, high grade's 4,500. So,
Yeah,
it has to do with the hardness and the hit points and it's basically how easy they are to like get damaged and break. Here we go. Cold Iron and deadly to demons and Fae. That's what Cold Iron is.
All right. Let's switch to standard cold iron for 250 gold, I guess.
Well, let's figure out what you're gonna do before we do all that. So.
Oh yeah, with all the other stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Let me take a look at this.
Well, there's a +2 striking dagger. So what you can do is, if you have the doubling rings, I mean, you can just make a plus. You can.
Yeah, I mean, like with the doubling rings, I don't know if I have duplicate striking runes because we've sold.
Actually, for the lower doubling rings, you only get the plus. You have to have the greater doubling rings to get the property runes.
But you can move whatever was on your Mount Gauche onto a different weapon.
Yeah,
for 10%.
That's basically.
So like your Mount Gauche already had all that, right? It already
yeah,
had +2 striking, right?
Yeah, we've had lots of +2 striking runes.
Well, you have one right now.
So he doesn't actually need it, and I could use it.
Really?
Where you can
on
sell
my
it.
crossbow.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You might as well put that money in the sidewalk and then walk away. That's basically what you're doing.
I do that also on my free time.
But sure.
So I'm sorry. Do I have +2s on the bow and the sword cane? I thought I was +2 +1.
That's a good question because your bow is way more effective than my crossbow.
You put a +2 on it at some point. I don't remember when. So I would
Okay.
say you have a +2 because it's been like that all along. Because let's see, like look, if we press Heartseeker and look at that, it is +25 and +2 striking Heartseeker. So yeah, you had it all along. I kind of remember us doing it. I don't remember.
Okay.
Basically, I think we sell everything here that's +1. All that can go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Seth,
I
you
don't
agree?
think we have any need for a +1 rune.
No, I would like to take that plus. If no one wants it, I mean, I could use it because you never know.
All right, I want to throw one thing out there. In our next adventure, I seem to remember we're getting some like lower level backup.
Yeah, you'll have low level backup.
So if
Are you
there's-
thinking like you could equip them with stuff?
right?
Well, they'll have their own stuff.
All right, never mind. Just want to throw that out there.
Not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea, but they have their own thing.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. That's fine.
Right. I'm thinking. I mean, there's a good chance we might be like defending a thing, and we can be shooting things, and so it might make my crossbow better. It might be good. So
I might.
I might actually spend more money on it and to buff up my crossbow even more, maybe. Like I might spend my money on like giving it flaming and other stuff.
Oh, all right.
I would like to keep the blight burn resin for my sword cane.
Take it, Joy.
Take it.
I think my poison is several levels back, and the DC on the save is really crappy.
All right.
What's the eye of fortune when you're rolling? This chance you get to roll that twice, right?
Correct.
Man, I don't know.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money to pass up.
It's a good thing, and it's definitely something that it even came up on the last fight. But the problem was when something is invisible, it's so hard to even know where they are. At least for me to know where they are. To know what square to look even. So that's why I just ignored the invisible attacker and just I don't know. I think it's worth selling.
Yeah, boy, but it's 50%. Like it's.
It
Yeah,
knocks it down to a 25%.
Yeah. But that's every fucking round, though. Like if there's a, you know what? If we're not using it, I think at least the melee guys that's how we do damage. One of us should take it.
I think if anyone's going to take it, it should be you, because you have the highest perception by far. You're a legend. You're legendary perception. So like that's the stat you use to be able to find things that are concealed or
Correct.
invisible, right?
Yes.
So you're the one. Like at least like if you can see them, like I can, like it's probably better for you. I mean, I say either you take it or we sell it.
You know what? Honestly, I think we should take it because how does it work? Let's see. Is it just in stealth? What?
So like whenever you
This
have
is
to
how it
roll,
I'll just read it.
Create magic eye
An
patch.
eye of fortune is a jeweled eye symbol on its front, allowing you to magically see through the eye patch. So it's basically like an eye patch.
Oh, that's cool too, though.
It's actually even cooler. It's actually an eye patch. It's not even some hoity-toity thing. To activate, it's a free action. It's a fortune effect. Trigger. You attack a concealed or hidden creature and haven't attempted the flat check yet. You can roll the flat check for the concealed or hidden condition twice. So that's actually if it's a DC 5. If it's the 20% miss, you roll that twice.
Yeah,
And if it's a
that's pretty
50% miss, you roll that twice too.
Yeah.
And you literally just take the higher result, and it's automatic. You don't have to, since it's a free action, you can do that every single time, which is pretty sick.
I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so that's an eye patch. Is that what that is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
With
God.
You're gonna be wearing a patch over your eye. You're gonna look, but you
Like
see
a
right
pirate.
through it.
Who's
You're
that?
gonna look
Who's
like a
that
pirate.
guy in Harry Potter that had that?
That's right. Yeah, that's
Mad
true.
Eye Moody.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
Mad Eye McDougal. That actually sounds good. I like that. Mad Eye McDougal.
Mad Eye McDougal. Mad Eye. That's a good name, Mad Eye. All right.
Eye McDougal of the clan McDougal.
I will take that, even though it costs money. It's too good
Take
to
it.
pass up.
I'm all for using magic items that we find that are useful.
And that's a big difference
There
for
he is.
like.
Mad Eye McDougal. You changed your name. There you go.
Because there's like concealment. Is that something that can happen over and over again?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's like
I mean,
that's like if
like
you're in
a
smoke.
mist. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, right,
so
right.
important. Okay, yeah, that's a must-have then. That's
like
not
your
even close.
like your cloak of elven kind. That's,
Yeah, it's really good. It's one of those.
Okay.
It's worth a lot, but it's also really, really useful. Like if
Yeah,
that was a
that
once per
actually-
day,
that
I'd
would,
say sell it. But,
We can combine that if I ever use that cloud kill again.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
Okay, so I gave that to you. Alchemist goggles.
what do they do?
They're not that great.
If you're into alchemy, you get like a plus to checks when you use them, I believe.
Yeah, but I don't think any of you are alchemists.
No, sell those.
Okay.
Death knell powder. What's that?
It's a poison. I could probably use it for my sword
Take it.
cane. So.
Take it if you're gonna use it.
That one's
Poison.
nasty against
That one-
characters.
That one's really bad. That one's like
It's not. I mean, it's got decent damage, but against characters, it's got a death effect. If you're reduced to 0 hit points while under the effect of Death Knell power, you have to succeed on a DC 34 will save or die.
Oh my god.
Though, if when you die, your part of your departing life force goes to one of your allies, and they get 20 hit points. So your last act is to
damn. It's just nasty.
But on the other hand, it's 7d6 poison damage in the first stage, going up to eventually 12d6.
Damn.
So
That's
I will-
one application of that only.
Yeah,
so, that's
so
expensive.
I will
Wow.
take that as well.
Yeah, take it.
Stuff for my sword cane.
Greater salve of anti-paralysis. 2 of them.
I think we keep it.
That's probably
Yeah.
What does that do exactly? I mean, it probably does what it says on the tin, right?
Let's read. Let's see. Applying this filmy salve to a creature helps it overcome magical paralysis. Our creature recovers as if it was the target of a 3rd level remove paralysis spell.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be the subject of paralysis. So
But
it
this
doesn't
is
make sense to give
greater
it to me.
paralysis. So this is actually might be good. It also removes petrification.
So if you're turned to stone, you
right,
can,
it's stone to flesh or 6th level remove paralysis. So
And actually, it's not a plus to the save. It actually
cures you.
well, it's not a. It casts the spell. So there's the 6th level remove paralysis, and there's the stone to flesh.
All right, I think we should keep
It
that.
removes it. Yeah.
I'll hold on to one of those.
Yeah.
just because if you do get paralyzed, it really sucks. So it's situational, but the situation is so nasty that it's probably good to keep it and have it.
I think we give one to Gomez.
I don't want one because of Murphy's Law. If I have it, I will become paralyzed.
That's
You
true.
can put it on someone else. It's a solve, so you could take it out and then apply it. So Lomang has
or
one.
or give it to Dougie so that the melee guys have it. So if one of us,
Yeah, that's good because you'll also be in the
We can
thick
help
of
each
it
other.
and near each other because
All
it does
right,
have to.
that
It does
makes
have to be
You can
somebody
rub
to-
each other down.
Right. Like in Enterprise when they
Oh, I know. I was just thinking that that episode is like this. They always had to like rub each other after they like came from to like get
because they didn't have
rid
the
of the
technology
microbes.
to clean. Yeah, it was like
Either
it was
that
just-
or it was the mid '90s where it was all like sexy CW type TV, and they felt they had to compete back then or whatever that was.
it worked.
Jackson,
It worked.
Oh.
6 of 9 or whatever.
No, it was
7
so
of 9.
stupid. No, not 7 of 9. She wasn't. No, it was the Vulcan.
It was a Vulcan T'Pol. What's her name?
No, I can't even remember. Yeah.
Yeah, that show was good. Sorry, that show was pretty good.
It was fine. It was fun.
Enterprise
It
was
was
good.
fun and fine. Fun and fine. Moderate antidotes 9. Count them 9.
I think we hold on to those. I think we split them up.
Take them. Yeah.
Why don't we sell one and then keep 2 each?
All right.
Yep.
I mean, we can always sell it later.
Moderate
For like,
antidote.
those last for like hours and hours, and they give you that +2 versus poison. Like we probably, we never know if we're gonna run into that again. What's a sturdy shield? What is that for 1,000 gold?
It is what it says it is.
Sturdy. What's the sturdy effect? That's gonna be an effect, right?
Shields have hit points and things before they break. So if you use a shield, it's really good, but none of you use shields, so it's pointless. So you probably should
Yeah,
get
we'll
rid
sell
of
it.
it.
Poisoner staves.
2 of them.
What do those do? I don't think we want those.
They're kind of weak.
I don't really condone the use of poison. I have to look the other way when Basil is poisoning things because it's a little evil.
It's up to you.
Technically, I haven't done it. Well, I think I did it once.
I probably didn't notice because it probably came out of the sword. As long as
I have some qualms about using poison, but every once in a while you kind of,
gotta do what you gotta do to win.
exactly.
You got to do what you got to do.
Strike first, strike hard, Cobra Kai. So I guess we sell those. I don't even know. I don't know what they are. I don't care to know what they are. I think we can get unless they help poison. It's like these are the staves that can cast like minor poison effects on things, right?
I thought those were like staffs that had poisoning spells, but
Yeah.
they were the entry level ones, so they only have like a first and a second level spell.
And you can only have one staff at a time, so there's no point in keeping it.
Yeah, let's get rid of both of those and all the gems.
Yep.
Tattooing equipment, all that.
All right.
I thought about taking tattoo artist as my skill feat.
Well, I do have a patch, so I should have a tattoo.
I have a tattoo actually. Lo Mang has a big tattoo of a crane on his chest.
Wow.
With a bloody red beak and red eyes.
Oh, Dougie, shit. That's not. No, bad people wear tattoos. That's law-abiding people do not have tattoos.
Yeah, well, that's why you need to watch Banshee. It's so good. God.
Yeah.
Guy shows up fully tatted in the Nazi tattoos, but he wants to join the police force. And he has he has a statement before he meets. He's like, I know my appearance is dissettling. I am in recovery. And,
Okay, there's your gold piece.
oh, really? Nice. Look at that.
Dougie, 1900. Basil, 1591. Lomang, 1720. And Gomez, bringing up the rear with 1393.
Well, I need to rebuy all those scrolls. So do you want to just do that math, and I'll get the remainder.
All right, well, how many? Let's do it backwards. Scroll of Heal 6. Actually, you can go up to a 7th level scroll if you really want to.
Damn.
I
7th
don't
level
have
scroll,
time.
600 gold pieces.
So it's basically I have 2 6th level scrolls, 2 5th level scrolls.
That's what you want? You want 2 of each?
Yeah.
2 6th and 2 5th?
Right.
Okay. That is, let's see how much is that's 900 gold pieces for that.
And that's it.
How much are 6th level scrolls?
300.
Dougie will kick in for 2 for, I guess, heals or what? Is that what you're using them for? You can use them for everything, or is it like what do you use?
It's just
the
that's
scrolls
just
for?
the standard price. That's just what it is.
Okay, but all right. So 2 6th level heals. Is there such a thing as that for a scroll? 300 each.
Yeah, he just bought them.
Okay, buy him 2 more. And that's just general.
And those have your name on them?
No. Those can be general. I mean, it'll have my name on it, but anybody who needs it, except Wilming.
Ha! I will definitely need it.
Well, you can buy some.
Wow, you spend 900 on those? On that too. All right.
No,
What
just
a guy.
600. 600.
Oh, 600. You're just getting
Yeah.
the 6th level ones.
Yeah. That way it's spreads.
What kind of bag of holding do we have?
Let's
No
see.
idea.
I do not have it.
Do we have a bag of holding one?
Yeah,
or is it...
we have something like that.
Somewhere.
I
don't know. I think I have a basic one.
Jason, I think you're the one carrying it. I think Basil has the bag of holding.
I thought we had the basic one.
I feel like we should be getting more of those. I'm probably going to buy a bigger one. I don't know.
Why?
Because you need a bigger boat.
We need a bigger one. I mean,
well, we sell all the boats we get, and then we have room for more boats.
You know, Seth does have a feather boat token, so there you go.
that's true.
Oh, nice. Oh, by the way, Steve, does Dougie have the cold iron
Haven't do that
short
yet.
sword? Okay, all right.
Well,
So-
you still have. I didn't do anything. You have the +2 striking dagger. What are you going to do with that?
Sell it.
So-
Actually, I want to take the rune and keep it, unless
Okay.
unless you need it for your bow.
No, I guess I'm a +2 for both. So
All right, so I'm going to take that for my crossbow and put that on there.
There we go. Simpler, except I guess for Steve, who has to program it.
I'm almost done.
I might actually spend money to make my crossbow nice. It's just my melee attacks are so much better that it's hard to justify. So the basic version of Bag of Holding can hold 25 bulk. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, another series to pass on is the Terminal List. It's starring the guy that what's the main guy in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Chris Pratt.
Pratt, I saw
Chris
that.
Pratt. Yeah. Did you see it?
I did.
What did you think?
You watched the whole series already?
Yeah.
I did. I watched the whole series. It was not great.
It was mediocre. Yeah. It was.
I mean, I'm tired of things like it's like I know it's going to happen like 3 seconds
Oh my
before
God.
the end. I'm like, really? Like, you have
Yeah.
to do that trope again?
Yeah. Boy, you're gonna
Stupid
love
bullshit.
frickin' the Gray Man, Chris. I
I'm
want
looking
you now
forward
to
to it.
watch it because it's.
I am. I'm gonna after this. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
It is like the most average frickin' movie you've ever even heard of, and there's no really surprises in it.
See. I'm buying an obsidian crystal ball, by the way. 32,000 gold. What's the rules on limits of level? It's like you can only buy something one level above you or something?
You can buy your level. Not,
Oh,
no,
that's it.
that's it. It's not even above. It just is. You should have bought the Blade of 4 Energies for 3,000 gold pieces, John. Level 13, +2 greater striking shifting short sword.
How much is that? 13,000?
No, 3,000.
3,000. Almost
It's
there.
very cool. This +2
I'll
greater
get it next
striking
time.
shifting short sword is form of rapidly vibrating air and magical energy. And let's see, its wooden hilt is adorned with 4 gems representing acid, cold, fire, and electricity. Once per round, you draw magical energy from the gems. You roll a 1d4 until the start of your next turn. It either gets corrosive, flaming frost, or shock. It's completely random.
You know what?
That is actually really.
You know
freaking
what?
cool.
Actually,
That is
if I take
really-
Lomang's money, when my money left over from after that's 3,000.
Uh-huh. You
That's
could.
3,000, Lomang.
Yeah, you know what? You could. You wanna
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah,
I
let's do
donated
it.
my money to the monastery already.
Oh,
you could
yeah, I
donate.
know.
You could
Well,
donate.
That's where that bag of
You can
holding's
take
for.
Basil's money too if you
I have
want.
a vow of poverty.
Yeah.
If you sell that Eye of Fortune and if you sell the Eye of Fortune and you don't buy the healing potions, the scrolls, you almost have enough for that sword.
He's gonna craft like
Sword
a
is really good.
He's gonna craft a bootleg eye patch and then sell it on the side and not tell us. And we're like, this thing we make.
Yeah, it would actually be really. It's like use your eye patch, okay, and it's like really just like a piece of felt.
Yep.
And it's just like, yeah, my magic eye patch.
Yeah,
Right.
I think I'll do that. I'll now sell my Eye of Fortune. 1350 coming to the vote, Dougie.
Go to the casino and double that.
And once per day, you call upon the energy stored in the blade to explode outward. The Blade of 4 energy casts a 5th level spell, either Acid Arrow, Fireball, Cone of Cold, or Lightning Bolt. Holy crap, is that a good item?
Can I even do that? Like, I can't cast those spells,
Doesn't
though.
matter. It comes from
really?
the blade. Yeah.
All right.
That is as one, and it's +2 greater striking shifting, so it does even more damage. That's really freaking good. Oh man, that's a good weapon.
Well, maybe after this I'll have enough money. I shouldn't have bought those scrolls, but that's okay.
Wow, that's really good. You can make it look like something
I mean,
else because
I'm kind of within range. Like after this next thing, I might have that money.
Yeah, you might. Or you can get the Blade of the Rabbit Prince, or the Luck Blade, or the Wishing Luck Blade.
Yeah, you know what? Forget that stupid cold steel shit. I'm just gonna get we're not gonna see Faye out of this. So let's just, unless you've already done it. Have you done it?
It only costs
On what?
10 gold more.
Done what? Haven't done anything. What do you want to do?
Okay. Well, just give me a regular short sword when I'll switch the striking rune.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Then we don't have to spend any money for that. So that's
Okay,
good.
well, you spend a little bit. I'll take care of it.
Well,
Look,
yeah.
striking short sword. There you go. I gave it to you. You're all done.
You can take the Mongosh off. Yes. Okay. I enjoyed pronouncing Mongosh, so
Well, you can name your short sword Mangosh,
that's true.
and then you can name your rapier short sword. So everyone will be confused. I'm attacking with my short sword, which is really my rapier, and I'm attacking with my Mangosh, which is really my short sword. And I call my fists my rapier. So there you go.
One thing though, the name, you have +2 in front of everything.
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
important for the name?
No.
Okay. It makes it hard to read.
Oh,
Because all the numbers. All right. I mean, I'll click the wrong one. Oops. I'm done.
Is anyone else buying anything?
Yes, but I'm looking.
I am tempted by the Holy Rune, which is okay. It's a D6 of good damage, and once per day, if you crit, you get some hit points back. But
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, but
they are likely to
how
be
much does that
fake. The
cost?
problem is, it's like basically it's like 1,400. It's kind of expensive.
Well, because good damage is so freaking
yeah, good
rare.
damage is pretty rare,
It's extremely rare.
as we've discovered when we were fighting
Wow.
that Tyrokeys guy.
That sounds like a big deal, though.
I'm gonna hold off on that. Well, because I mean,
Do you have enough money for it?
I do, but that'd be almost all my money. The other problem I have, Steve, is this gets into my level 13, but I took snare crafting,
Correct.
figuring we're going to be defending a fixed position. So I might want to buy some snares, but I kind of would like to see a layout of the
That's fine. Yeah.
map.
You can
before
get
I-
stuff delivered or made
Yeah.
or whatever you
So
need.
I may save some of my money until I can look at the map and figure out what we would need.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's a good idea.
So I may keep my powder dry for now. But I want to buy something.
That's what always happens.
Put it on a gift certificate.
Turtle wax. I'll take the turtle wax. I guess I'm not going to get anything for now, but I may yet do a little more once I see the map. Then I probably should replenish a couple healing potion type things, because I think I used most of mine in that last.
Ups to use. You all have 0. No, that's not true. You have, let's see, healing potions. Basil, you have 2 lessers, 2 moderates, 1 lesser elixir of life. All you guys have is lessers and moderates, and that's it for potions.
I thought we were completely out of potions.
Well, you have a couple lessers. Dougie has one lesser and 4 moderates.
What do I have?
Lomang has 2 lessers and 3 moderates. Let me know when people are ready.
I don't want potions. Potions are just terrible.
Terribly good.
They take way too many actions to use.
They take awesome. They're awesome. They're magically awesome. Well, while you guys are looking and figuring out if you're going to buy anything, because there's so many cool things to buy, let's have Gomez tell us the story. Gomez, tell us the story.
Oh, boy.
Because you're done. You don't need to buy anything. You do your same thing every time.
I finally got my luggage back.
You finally got your what?
My luggage back.
Wow.
Luggage?
That's
Your
great.
luggage from where?
From our trip to Italy.
You went to Italy and what happened? Your luggage went on a separate trip? You're like, we're going to go on a trip. And then when we come back, the luggage is going to go on some vacation. Is that it?
So let me tell you the story.
Okay.
So on the trip to Italy, Aer Lingus, you know how air travel is just a wreck, right? Like air travel is like it's like they didn't hire back enough people that they all laid off from COVID, and then everybody wants to go traveling, so there's nobody in the airports, and so everything is very, very tight. Going there, I thought an hour layover would be plenty, and actually no, the plane got delayed. We made it. Running through the airport and going to where we thought the gate was, and we heard a voice to our left and said, "Are you looking for our airplane?" I was like, "Yes." "Are you South of Sharon?" "Yes." "You better get on because you're the last people on." We get on, our bags don't, and they lose our bag. So we get to Italy, don't have our bag. We talk to the Italians and put in all of our paperwork and stuff, and they do get the bag, but we misspelt the name of our street. And because of that, no bag. And the entire vacation, the vacation was wonderful, but no bag on the vacation until when we're leaving. When we're leaving, they had it at the Pisa airport, so we picked up our bags, and like idiots, immediately checked them again. Checked again, plus another bag that we were going to mule back for one of the people that we were staying with. Put them back. We have a 4-hour layover in Dublin. Like 1 hour, okay, 1 hour is not enough. 4 hours should be fine. No, wrong. We when we're checking in, we should have known, because when they gave on the way there, they gave us boarding pass for both legs of the journey. On the way back, they only gave us boarding pass for one. It was like, oh, we can't give you the boarding pass for the other one. It's like, all right. And so we show up in Dublin. We go to the transfer, and we're here for our transfer. The person behind the desk was like, oh yeah, hold on, let me finish this phone call. It was like, yeah, our transfer. It's like, okay, 1 second. Okay, and then the person taking over for that person shows up, and this person says, you tell him, and leaves. And the person comes back, is like, your plane for the second part canceled. It's like, what? Yes, it's canceled. Okay, so what does that mean? And then so there's a delay where we're trying to figure that out. And what happened was, the pilot got sick, and they're so strapped for people that the pilot getting sick meant the entire flight is canceled, and there's like no other flights because all of them are all booked up, and there's no flexibility. Like it just started like a house of cards. It just cascaded, and we ended up they shipped us all in a bus to the equivalent of a Hilton, like outside of Dublin. Stayed there. That wasn't too bad, but we kind of got nervous because we weren't hitting. Like, they sent us a text message, oh, we're working on it, we'll contact you. They didn't contact us, so Sharon started getting nervous. Called up, got an airline person finally. That person didn't know what they were talking about, but didn't know our situation. But they were saying there were just absolutely no flights until like the following Tuesday. So like it would be another 2 days in Dublin. I'm like, no, that can't be right. No, that's ridiculous. And so then we go downstairs. We were only staying there one night because the hotel was overbooked. And so the people in the hotel were like, oh, you're staying here one night. It's like, well, what if it's more than one night? Well, you're not staying here. It's like, what are you talking about? So we go downstairs, and they got a bus for us. So we wait for the bus. Bus is going to take us back to the airport. And started getting sort of nervous. We sort of feel like refugees. A whole bunch of people that were people we were talking to, they're like, oh, we're making some other deal and it's going to be 2 days. And, other people were making individual deals on the side of like where they were going to go and what they were going to do. So we show up, we grab a person, talk to this person. I find a person. Actually, this person hooks us up and is actually attentive to us. Like explains, like, are you actually trying to get us a thing? Because we got the text message saying that you were getting us a thing. Are you actually going to get us a flight? And it's like, oh no, we're totally going to get us a flight. And then we get the people that are actually going to help us. We go there's a counter for like traveler's aid counter for Aer Lingus, and the woman behind the counter was awesome. She was like on the phone dealing with one problem, getting interrupted dealing with another problem while dealing with our problem, like in very rapid fashion. And it's one of those situations where you have to know what to say, and if somebody says something different, your entire life would be different. Or if you didn't interject at just the right moment, your entire course of your life would go in a completely different direction, because you happen to mention. It's like, oh, there's nothing for JFK for like 3 days. The only thing I got is Philadelphia and DC. And I'm like, interjecting, it's like, we'll totally go to Philadelphia. And so she was like, you will? It's like, yeah, we'll just take the train to Philadelphia. Because, they're from Ireland. They don't know how close Philadelphia is.
Yeah.
So if I didn't say anything, we would have been there for 2 more days. Because that gets us on a flight that day. So we're like, awesome. Then there's a whole other half of the airport, which are people who don't give a fuck and they will not help you. And those were the people that are handling the bags. So like, they entirely in control of the bags. Yeah. And so we tried to get our bags back. No. And actually at one point, one person told us that, oh, we've been through this before. You have to wait until there's so many people there that are so angry that you go down and you call security and you say that there's going to be a riot, and then they'll send somebody up to walk you through that you could actually find your bag. And that's what you have to do. It's like, well, all right, well, fuck that. Go back down, I run back down, and thankfully the line to that woman that helped us initially was depleted, and she was like talking to somebody else, and I was like, oh, remember me? Remember we were talking about the bag, and maybe we should just check the bag through you? I want to check the bag through you. And so she rerouted all of our baggage and stuff, and tried to get them onto our plane. And so we thought that was all settled.
How did it arrive to your apartment?
Well, did you have
to go out to the airport to pick them up?
That's the later part of the story.
Oh.
So we think everything is settled. We get on the plane. Everything starts to go our way because I think because we were accommodating and like we were willing to go to Philadelphia and be out of their hair, and they had the extra capacity. They upgrade us to business class. And I got to tell you, have you ever been on business class? I have never been on business class before. Air travel for me, being 6'6", is a fucking nightmare in coach. And they over the last like couple of years, they even made the seats smaller. And so air travel for me is fucking torture. I don't like going. It actually prevents me from traveling. I don't want to travel places because that's an extra. Like, it has to be worth being on a plane for that long to go there. Business class, it is a night and day difference. It's not just like it goes from tolerable to good. It goes from torture to very good. And it's completely changed my attitude. I don't care. I'm never not going business class ever again. I don't care how much it costs. I'm always going business class wherever I go now. Get business class. And it's just like the luxury of not having to deal with any petty bullshit. Like everything is free. I don't care. Like, everything is free. She starts serving me beers. And after 3 beers, I'm like, I better stop. I've been up for a long time and whatever, and I should try to get to sleep. And so I'm like watching a movie. I'm watching the Nicolas Cage movie where he plays himself. I'm watching that movie for a while. She comes back. She's like, "Do you sure you want another beer?" And then I think about it. I'm like, yes, I would like another beer. And then the entire rest of the journey, she keeps on coming back, feeding me beers, freaking hammered. And then we get off. Immediately go to the bar because we have another hour before the train. Finally get to New York. Of course, when we go down to pick up our luggage, it's not there. We talk to the guy. This is before we go to New York and all the train stuff. Talk to the guy. We put in our form. I kind of it was like par for the course. But we anticipate that I'm anticipating. They'll deliver it to our house in a day or so. Sure enough. The next day, I get a text message, package coming. It's it's from the airline that the luggage is coming. Great, we'll get our luggage. I go downstairs. It's like, oh, it's already here. It's the packet. It's the luggage of their friends that I was muling, and not our bags. It's the other bag. So I get the other bag and I bring it back to the apartment. I was like, man, like our bags. And so then I'm like calling people up, can't get anybody. I'm like Googling up like what's going on, and I see the length and breadth of the disaster that is occurring in Europe with people's luggage. Like Delta flew a special flight to rescue 1,000 bags to get them to Chicago, where they could actually have people to sort them through and get them to their owners. It is the Ark of the Covenant in the warehouse to get your bag for all the bags in Europe. I'm like, all right, well, I'm probably not going to see it again. I tried calling other times, can't get anybody. And like looking online, there's an online thing where you can check the status of your bags. That's not changing. And it's like after 72 hours, you put in a form. I put in the form, don't hear anything, and I'm going to write it off. We're going to go to the shore in a week. And sure enough, when I had totally forgotten about it and totally given it up for lost, the 2 bags show up. And like they have every label on them on the face of the earth. And they have been on an adventure. And the biggest irony of all of that, I unpacked the clothes that have not been packed for a month, and because I had not seen the clothes since June, the end of June.
It's like the gnome in Amelie.
Exactly. And I'm finally now opening up these clothes, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to shore in a week. Pack them all right back up. And so that's
Can you fly to the shore, though? Can you do that? Maybe try to come on another flight again?
Oh, and that's the other lesson. The other lesson is never checking bags ever fucking again. Ever, ever, ever. Because I didn't need them. Like when we went to, when we lost them the first time, you just take
a lot less.
Yeah, you just take whatever your little carry-on
just need shorts and change
exactly.
Yeah.
And then once we got there, we bought some shirts, we bought some underwear, and we were set. And and swear to God, they charge you an extra couple $100 to check the bag in the first place, and just buy clothes with that. Just buy clothes with that. I'm never checking bags ever again.
It's so true. I when I go to these scuba resorts, spending a week there, these people pack so many fucking clothes, and they're gonna be in swim trunks the entire week. It makes no sense at all.
It makes people love to do it though.
0 sense.
Some people, they just love to do it. They take all these clothes and they never wear them. It's ridiculous. It's no point.
And it makes the vacation a lot less enjoyable when you're tracking all that shit.
Absolutely.
Anyone else buying anything?
Actually, I have something.
Oh, so story time with Seth Lipton was worth it.
Yay.
That was a good
What do
story.
we have?
What do we got?
What are you getting?
What do we got? What are we getting?
I'm dipping into Guns and Gears content
Oh, no.
for Clockwork Goggles.
Oh, what's that?
Depending on which area, it's a consumable that if you get in this case, I'm going to get 3 uses of the 80 gold lenses that give you low light vision, dark vision, and see invisibility for 10 minutes.
Holy crap! And they're only 80 gold pieces.
But it's a consumable, so it's per use.
Right.
But if there's a fight with an invisible creature, that could be pretty bad.
Gosh.
That could be pretty clutch.
Major Clockwork. So you're getting the ghetto version of what Dougie has, the Eye of Fortune. You're getting the cheapo version.
Well, that's a lot more better.
I would call it the steampunk version.
Steampunk.
I think it's
there we go.
I mean, it does dark vision. It does freaking invisibility.
But it's one use.
But it's a single use. But yeah.
Yeah, but how often am I going to use mine? I'm going to use mine once.
Well, it's funny it sucks for dungeoneering, but for one fight against an invisible opponent, like
how many invisible opponents are there going to be?
I'm willing to pay 80 gold to turn an invisible opponent visible.
What's that called? I might have to get one of those.
It's the Clockwork Goggles.
I'm guessing I need to
buy major Clockwork Goggles.
I need to buy that plug-in, right?
Maybe. Or here I can.
No, I mean it's from Guns and Gears. So.
There's the link.
I know, but to be able to put it onto Hero Lab.
Oh, that's.
Oh, Basil's got his little steampunk goggles now.
Mm-hmm. Last 10 minutes too.
Yep, that's an entire battle.
Well, it's uncommon, so you have to ask me.
Well, but it's
You have to ask me nicely. Say,
Yeah, you have to ask nice. You can't just expect it.
Mr. GM, may I find uncommon clockwork goggles? Because anything that's uncommon, it says right here in the rules, the GM can choose to allow the access to you.
I'm going to rely on precedent here, and the fact that for 12 levels you've been saying that we can pretty much get anything, but in the literal capital of the world.
And in D&D, all you have to do is ask the GM, and you don't even have to pay the money.
What's that?
So there's that.
I didn't hear you.
In Dungeons and Dragons, you just have to ask the DM, and he gives it to you. And you don't
that's
have to pay
right.
the money.
In 5e, you just
Right.
you just ask it. It's like, how much does things cost? There's no money in this, so you just ask, and you got it.
And also narratively, we should have access to the resources of the state institution of Absalom's police force.
No, it's actually very cool. The one thing you can't get access to usually is rare. Even here, because rare items you need to have rare items is like getting reservations at like the hot secret restaurant. It's like you can get it, but you need to have a contact to get it. So something rare, even in Absalom, you can't get without knowing someone to get it. Uncommon you can find, that's fine. But rare even I will have to say no usually to rare items. I will tell you that, by the way. And legendary items, right out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, rare items only come up.
They should be the subject of an adventure, at least.
Yeah, in fact, I don't even know if you've even seen one. Rare is either unique, and it's one. Well, there's unique. There is unique, which is one of a kind. Rare is there's 5, and that's it, in the whole world. So
that was something that I actually liked, though. I kind of prefer where there's not, a magic item market, where magic items are much more, things you find, they're rewards for adventure.
You would like this because anything that's uncommon, you can never assume that you can just get it. Now, you guys are in Absalom, that's fine, but if you were in somewhere else, it could just be no. You can get it, but it'll take 2 weeks or something, or whatever.
And that's when you get your ring of stone shaping.
That's exactly what they do in the other one. They're like, well, la-di-da, and then they teleport halfway across the world and get what they
there's a magic item that's basically Uber Eats. It's the ring of stone shaping. It allows you, as long as you know the location, to meld into stone and emerge anywhere up to, it's 500 or 1,000 miles away, as long as you know where it is. So you can literally go back to town for supplies and then come back.
But you can't bring a bag of holding with you, so you have to carry everything that you're bringing back with you. So you have to Samson it. All right, 3 clockwork goggles. How do you keep them on your face? Because you have a big beak.
I'm sure they have a special aftermarket kit for that.
Steampunk
you would look.
Goggles.
He's
a bird with
look,
steampunk goggles.
Yeah, you would look like those the doctor, the plague doctor mask.
Yes.
You would look like a plague doctor mask.
Oh yeah,
alive.
That's so funny. You're wearing the plague doctor mask, and then you take it off, and people are like, they still looks like that. That's pretty funny. Either that, or you can wear the little handle from the jerk. And then you go cross-eyed.
The Octograb.
Yes, the Octograb.
Oh my god.
Nice. That's a deep cut. The Octograb.
I love that movie. These cans are exploding. What's wrong with these cans?
Someone's shooting at these cans.
Oh my god, is that a good movie? Anything else? Or is everyone done?
I'm still.
Oh,
debating.
you're still looking.
Still doing.
That's
still
fine.
looking.
That's fine.
I may have to send you a list.
Oh my god.
There's so many cool items.
There are. Well, now you have money and you're high enough level that you're because before you'd be like, oh, we don't have any money, I'm not high enough. Now you're like, crap, we're high enough and there's good items.
I thought about taking a wand of Longstrider to move that off of a spell slot, but it's 160 gold just to free up a second level slot. I'm not sure how useful that
That's
really
pretty
is.
cheap. But, yeah.
We'll have to look at the second level spells a little more and see if there's something else I'd rather slot in.
True.
So I could put horseshoes of speed on me.
You can wear horseshoes of speed because you are a horse.
Well, it's actually specifically I can't because it's got to be a quadrupedal animal.
Oh, well, if you want, you can walk on all fours.
That's true. Put two on my hands and two on
And you can crawl real fast, so that actually works.
Can.
That's right. You have
Like a crab.
the super crawl. Oh my god, you could do
You
it.
could be a quadruped. You could absolutely play that.
And Gomez could ride you because Gomez is small.
Oh, I want to buy a deck of many things. How much is that?
Gomez, do you want to ride Lomang in the battle?
Not at all.
I just want to be anywhere near where I'm going to be.
He would
Gomez
throw
is
me.
like, I'm
He would
nowhere
throw
near
me.
that front line. I'm in the back. In the rear with the gear.
Lessons were learned.
You guys still have the deck of illusions if you never used it.
Oh, that's right. We do, don't we?
It's like a
Who
baby
has
deck
that?
of many
I blame
things.
the person who
Gomez.
has it.
Gomez.
Gomez,
Yeah,
come on. We've had it for all this time. We're waiting for you to use it.
There's always
Well,
something
like
better to do.
everything else, it's funny. It's like it's like the most valuable economy. It is not the money economy. It is in fact the action economy.
Yep.
Correct. Well, it's only
Yeah.
one action.
There's always something better to do. There's always something better to
That's
do.
not true.
with that
Third action. It's one action to draw.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Seth, you
There's-
always
there's
have
always-
no. Seth, you
there's
always
always
have an
something
extra
better.
action. You always have an extra action left over.
Correct. Yeah, you're
Last
always like,
time,
what do I
last
do?
time
What
I
do I
was
do?
really using that extra action a lot to extend my range of my spells.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, that's a good use of an action.
So, Glove of Storing. I'm interested in the Glove of Storing.
Yep.
I think it's a free action to have something pop out of it, right?
I think so. Oh, you should look up the Rod of Wonder, Chris.
I did look that up. That was on my list.
That's one of my favorites. That is like fan freaking tastic, but it's rare, so I don't know if you'll be able to get it. God, is that good? It's like a baby deck of many things. It's so
Yeah. it's in there.
1D100.
I know. It's good. It makes for good radio.
It definitely does. Wait, what are you looking up? Gloves of Storing.
Gloves of Storing.
Yeah, gloves of storing. Yeah, right. So
let's say I have a potion of moderate healing in there.
okay. It is not as good as you think because it's only one item.
Right. One
with a
bulk.
right, of one or less. So it's because actually they had it in the other game. Yeah, it's free action to take it out. But
Whereas
it's-
you normally would spend an action to get it out of your pack or your bandolier. or
yeah,
whatever.
but you can't use it again for 1 minute, and you can only hold like one thing. So.
Yeah, no, it's again, it goes to the action economy, and it's like, all right, well, I could put a very strong healing potion in there or something, and then I don't have to waste a turn pulling it out, another action
Correct.
to drink it, and then I can do more things. I can get more attacks.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
know.
cheap.
It's well, $3.40. It's not dirt
That's true.
cheap. It's also
I think I could even-
uncommon.
I could put my crossbow in there too. I think.
Oh,
Instead,
If it's one bulk or less,
good old crossbow.
that is so silly.
you could just whip it out and have a completely useless weapon around you whenever you need.
See how much I can pump up that crossbow and make it nice. Where's the weapons?
Oh my God. They definitely have special crossbows.
That's what I'm gonna look for.
Yeah, Chris, you've jumped the shark right now.
You know what else? You know what
Wait.
also sucks? Only having two hands. That also sucks.
Well, funny you should say that because we had a whole thing because people were asking to try to figure out how to get past the two hands requirements, and Mark Seifter said, "Impossible! It will never happen ever.
Yeah.
Never,
wisely
ever,
so.
ever. You will never have more than two. You can't use your tail. You can't, even if you had 3 or 4 hands, you can still only use 2 at a time. It is basically
That's the thing with all those objects. It's like
built
it actually
into the
makes
game.
it's like one action to manipulate an object, but it's actually 3 actions because it's like unless you have a free hand. Because like me, I got something. I always have something
Correct.
Oh.
in both hands.
That's why I play monk
Right.
because there's
Yeah.
never have anything in your hand.
Correct. You can get the Sprite Sight crossbow. It's a +1 striking ghost touch crossbow for 450 gold pieces.
Wait, where are you seeing these things? Under weapons?
Advanced Player's Guide. This is a +1 striking ghost touch crossbow that is an array of crystalline lenses and silver fittings along the stock and feels strangely light. And you do one action once per minute. You aim the crossbow's crystalline lenses, gaining imprecise vision onto the ethereal plane with a range of 60 feet. In addition to your normal senses, while this effect lasts, your next strike with this short spirit sight crossbow can affect targets in the ethereal plane as well.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's 2 bulk though, so it would not fit in your hand.
Where do I see special weapons in Hero Lab? Do you know?
Nope, I don't look in Hero Lab. I look online.
Magic one.
I have not used Hero Lab in over a year.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah.
I don't need to. I don't build characters.
Definitely not.
Do you know? Does anyone know?
Nah, it's all
It's
up
not
to
under
you,
equipment
man.
weapons. It's not.
What
I
are you
know,
looking
it's up
for?
to you.
I'm just looking for like special named weapons, magic weapons.
Maybe
I find them
magic
online.
items.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be magic items.
I don't see
Anything else
any.
you want, Jason?
No, there's no. It's not in magic items. Chris, did you buy that advanced thing? Like maybe you have to buy the module for Hero. Lab
I
to
have.
get
I did
those.
buy the module. I did buy a
Oh,
lot of
wow.
things. I don't have that guns and gears thing, but I do have all the other ones. But there should be a tab that lets me scroll down, and there should be a bunch of different weapons.
Yeah.
The great thing about Hero Lab is if you try to Google it, you'll get instructions for old Hero Labs.
That's always good.
It's always useful.
I went through every magic item, and it's not in any of the magic items. There's no magic weapons in the
It might be.
magic item.
It might be something you actually have to craft, like put together.
No, but like the one
No,
that he
that's
just
not
said, there's got to be that.
That's in the advanced player's guide.
Got to be a way.
I don't immediately see anything else.
Fair enough.
I gotta say, if it's not under magic and it's not under weapons, then then it's a mystery. What else could it possibly be under?
I know, right?
What could they have imagined would be a reasonable?
I know.
That's
You're
not
trying
either one
to
of those
guess
things.
what their ideas of UI is.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait a second. Ooh. I'm going to get a corrosive rune for my bow.
What?
Because 1d6 acid damage, in addition on a critical hit, target's armor takes 3d6 acid damage.
If you're gonna make me keep track of that,
Yeah, but what if they're wearing like magical armor? You don't want to damage it.
I want us to survive.
No. I do not see where your where
under-
magic
under-
weapons are.
Yeah, under ammunition, there's a lot of like named ammunition: climbing bolt, beacon shot, antler arrow, disintegration bolt.
But if it's per shot, that's so expensive. I was looking at some of that for my bow.
No, it's a rune. Shouldn't be per shot.
let's see.
Well, no, magical ammunition is listed as consumables.
Oh yeah, magic ammunition is consumed.
Correct. Well, no. So corrosive etched onto weapon. Acid sizzles across. When you hit with the weapon, add 1d6 acid damage. In addition, on a critical, then the armor takes 3d6 acid before applying hardness.
Not a critical.
Yes, only on crits. And you have to see if it'll work on bows. It says a weapon. So
I was going to
should
say,
work.
it says a weapon. Usually, if it's restricted, it'll usually say a melee weapon or a piercing weapon.
If you try it in Hero Lab, it should basically not. If it doesn't let you do it, then. But I think you can probably do it on anything. I guess.
All right, I found it. In weapons, there's a click box. It's defaults to show only mundane items, hides magical and non-magical items.
Oh
Mine-
God, you gotta be kidding me!
That's right, I
That's-
clicked
You
that.
solved the mystery.
I solved it. Let's see if
Oh wow!
That's
I
some
was
good-
able to
that's some
add
good
it in
CSI.
Path Builder.
Probably then it's probably good if you want it. 500 gold pieces.
Yeah, let's do it. What the
Oh
heck?
my god, he did it! Wow. Okay. That's gonna make your weapon pretty scary now.
I can buy a Holy Avenger.
Yeah,
Actually, I can't buy it.
I don't have any of those swords. I gave up trying to figure out how to install modules into Hero Lab. It's just
Yeah, I did too.
And part of me is I don't want them because it gives them money. Because they shouldn't have money to like it. When someone makes it so hard for you to give you their money,
I know.
Give them your money.
I know.
I don't want to do that. I mean,
I know.
Yeah, Spirit Sight crossbow. It's the only one. It's the only special crossbow. Like what happened to crossbow of accuracy and crossbow of speed?
you need this content modules.
All right. Well, I will. I'm gonna have to delve into this deeper and I'm probably gonna juice up my crossbow and I'm probably gonna buy some of these other magic items and more potions and things. So I'll send you a list.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, totally.
At the risk of cheating a little bit, how would you feel about sending me a map so I could plan out a few snares?
Oh, it's not
whatever?
cheating. The problem is the map is
Huge.
well, it's not even that. I was trying to give you the map ahead of time. You're supposed to get the map ahead of time, but the map has things I need to remove off of it because it has like things you're not supposed to see right away.
Okay,
and it's and it's on the map, and I'm like, again, I'd be like, whoever was in charge of this should be fired because you're not supposed to put secret stuff on the actual map
on a player handout.
Yeah. I know, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I have to.
And so anybody who
remove it.
doesn't have insane Photoshop skills, when they remove it themselves, the players will say, "Oh, look at that little invisible
I can
box
do
there."
It. Yeah,
You know, that little gray spot
can do
where
it.
that used to be.
I just saw it today, and I was like, ugh, come on, really? I was like, because normally what they do is that they have the map on one layer, and then they have all the items and secret things and like stuff on another layer, and you just turn it off. Well, no, it's on the map, and I'm like, oh, come on, like really? Like someone screwed up. You're not supposed to do that, and I'm like, ugh. Because they even have a tool that lets you turn things on and off, and I turned it off, but they were still on the map. I'm like, why aren't they off? And then I tried to drag them off. I'm like, oh, they're literally part of the map. Good job, guys. Good job, idiots.
So you go to Staples, get some whiteout, and you're good to go.
Nah, I can do it. It's not that big a deal, but it takes like 20 minutes. So.
All right, guys.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat, Agents of Edgewatch. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com. You can also find us and play various games on our Discord channel at discord.rollforcombat.com.